Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Not Just Any RPG. We're back once again. Well, once again, this is our second time on the stream. We're back playing D&D, playing our homebrew campaign. Welcome back. With me, we have Lialana. I'm going to say the names because I got to get used to them. Lialana Ravensmile, played by Emma D. Theran Nailo, played by Gavin. Aravyre? Aravyre. See, it was the wrong vowel. Aravyre Sagemire, played by Emma N. Drago Highill, excuse me, played by Anthony. And Radek Irongull, played by Luke. We got some weird names, so I gotta get used to them. Because I'm going to be saying them a lot, I think. All right. Quick thank you to Milo Paulus for the theme song you just heard, as well as a thank you to Battlebards for letting us use their music on our stream and everything. If you check the link in the description of the podcast or YouTube video for this episode, you'll find our referral link to Battlebards to sign up. Check them out if you're running an RPG of some kind. Really great way to immerse your players. And if you're running your own podcast, maybe ask them if you can use their music too. All right, I guess real quick, last week I was a little nervous because this is my first full homebrew thing, so I kind of skimmed over this, but I just wanted to real quick talk about what I'm trying to do with this campaign. Here I'm trying to... we're going to be playing this for a while, and then we'll take a break and play something else, because we do want our stream and our podcast to we want to play a bunch of different games. We're not like, just a D&D thing. We want to play more. So we're going to play this campaign for a while. I kind of have like a chapter structure in mind along with like 3 bigger arcs. I won't talk about what the second and third arc will be, but I think like I'll be able to reference some stuff that you might get some hints as to what the second arc will be. But this first arc is, because this is my first homebrew thing, it's more of a, quest of the week style. We're going to start out with some more we're going to start out with some more like classic D&D stuff. And then we're going to jump into some quest lines that tie into the characters' backstories. We're going to do some of that stuff just to get my feet wet, get me used to running a homebrew game. And then we're going to have Arc 2 and 3 have more of a main story type feel, hopefully. So that's kind of how I plan on this going. Without further ado, let's jump back in with our adventurers. Unfortunately, we're missing one this week. We were basically missing him last week too, but that's okay. But we join our adventurers as they have been set, not free yet, but pushed together as a team to do a few jobs for the governor. In order to earn their freedom. Jumping straight into it, this first job, they're getting ready to try and track down some bandits in the region and neutralize a threat on this merchant's city. Elwyn, the bandit leader, appears to be some kind of a serious threat. A little bit of a loose cannon. And yeah, let's jump right into it. Where we last left you guys, you had just walked out of the You just walked out of the prison. The prison is located on top of a hill in the city, and you looked out upon the marketplace further down the hill, as well as the channel and the city across on the other side of the channel. The road that you were told the bandits might have set up some traps on is to the north, on the northern side of the channel, and you're currently on the southern side. So, you set off, walking down this heavily populated street down the hill. It's quite... The city is quite nice, actually. There's a lot of hustle and bustle. It seems like everyone everywhere is kind of going about their business. There doesn't seem to be that many residential buildings, but the residential buildings that are here are very nice. There's kind of almost a... It doesn't appear that many people who aren't extremely wealthy and in the trader business can live here. So you set off down the road. You get in a boat to cross the channel. Is there anything you guys discuss, talk about?
Don't know if we got around to... I don't remember if we got around to how everybody ended up in this spot before, obviously, the fight and that whole ordeal. Or anything like that. I don't know if there was somebody that hadn't said anything about that yet. I know that Ordo was pretty quiet, but he's not here right now.
I think everyone's said how they got into the situation.
Yeah.
I guess
Unless you have more to add about what you did.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that'd be... How long is this boat ride?
Oh, Lord.
It's not a... It's a couple of minutes.
Okay. Maybe that's a story for another day, or maybe you'll find out somehow, some way at another time. But my town is very strict when it comes to certain rules, and they have some rules that I don't think many other towns have, at least not that I've explored. And it's just like, it's one of those things where it's just like, you grew up in your homeland, but then you kind of get sick of it for a while, and you go and explore, and you find other areas that you really enjoy, but because you broke the law in one place, I guess, you just automatically get thrown into jail, however that works.
I hate when that happens.
I know,
Yeah.
it's great.
Well, it's pretty easy when you can just pick up a new identity when you go someplace else.
Yeah, I don't have that luxury, so you're pretty fortunate in that regard. Wish I had
You
that.
get like a cool hat and like a new outfit, and then just start calling yourself something different, like George or Stefano.
I'm not really one for fashion, quite like you are. You seem quite interested in those and invested in those areas of life. I prefer to prioritize other things.
This is all quite lost on me. I'm very confused.
Looking around, this is a nice city. these people seem quite wealthy.
Yeah,
I really
wish-
like the music in the background.
Sure, it would be nice to be with them rather than feel like we are just floating here, but not able to access any of this for ourselves. Can't wait for that day in which we just get out.
You mean our freedom?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh,
No one's like watching us all the time. He didn't say we had to go straight to the bandit camp and straight back. Like, I don't know.
I mean, he did say if we tried to escape, he, like, had people, right?
Yeah, we're not escaping. We would just be enjoying the city.
But
Especially
how
the
would
wealthy
he
houses
know
of the
that?
city.
Well,
I'm a bit
I
uncomfortable.
feel like if we were to try and enjoy any of those rich luxuries, we would probably have to steal for them, in which case we'd end up back in jail, and I really don't want that, so...
Yeah.
Must be a jailed man. So he's supposed to be a free man.
I feel you there.
Well, the boat comes to a stop at one of the piers on the other side of the channel. And you arrive. There's kind of a sea market almost that you could buy some wares at if you like. If there's anything, if you had any money to your name when you were captured, it was given back to you. So if there's anything you wanted to buy, feel free to ask around. If not, we can continue the journey.
Is there a place to buy some health potions? I have a bad feeling about these bandits.
In a city like this, there's it might not be the most advanced health potions ever, but there would be health potions to buy. Yes. Now they are a little pricey, I believe. Yeah, they health potions are typically about 50 gold pieces.
Okay.
Now you might be able to get a deal, but I have a feeling you don't have
I have 5.
enough. Yeah.
Let's see how much I have.
You might be able to barter with somebody
I've-
to get that
can.
price down, but the average health potion is a little pricey.
Can I
What does
just
the health
bring that
potion
price?
do for you?
It's like 2d4 plus 2, I believe, of hit points.
Ah, come on, that's worth like 10 gold pieces.
Well, so
Yeah.
there is a house rule which I haven't brought up yet. I was going to wait until you guys buy a health potion, but my house rule is going to be you can spend an action to get maximum hit points from a health potion. You can spend a bonus action and you roll for it. So for a basic health potion, which again I believe is 2d4 plus 2, you would get the maximum of 10 hit points back if you spent your action to drink it. So that is that. I feel like that makes the like high prices more worth it. Along with some other reasons to have that house rule. Anyway, anything else you guys are looking for as we're walking through this dockside market?
Are there any stalls that seem to be selling quite a bit today? That seem to be pretty busy.
Yeah, sure. There's a stall that's selling really nice jewelry. For whatever reason, today is just a busy day for them.
So I'm gonna go step aside and go find the bathroom in this place. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Is that what you're telling everybody else?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling everyone else.
Okay.
Didn't realize these stands had bathrooms in them. They seem,
So I have to go find them.
Well, he's got to go find a chamber pot.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you really looking for a chamber pot?
Okay, so I'm gonna like walk around the corner
Okay.
and look around and find someone that doesn't look like anyone I know and disguise myself as them.
Okay.
So probably just some random dude.
Some guy.
Yeah. I'll make him have like a nice beard and
He's got a curly mustache.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay, and then so what I'm gonna do is walk over to the stand. I'm gonna walk over very confidently. Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna put extra effort into looking sophisticated, confident. And this is something I can do naturally. Like, because remember, I impersonated some rich dude for months.
Mm-hmm. After, you have to wait for a moment, because like I said, it's a little bit busy. This seems to be quite a popular stall, especially in this part of the city. By the water, the buildings are extremely nice. Like, this is on both sides of the water. These are the nicest parts of the city that you've seen. So you have to wait a moment before you're helped, but a person walks up to you eventually, a man. Oh, hello, sire. How can I... what can I get for you? We're quite busy.
You will address me as Sir, please. I
Yeah.
am Sir Hadrian IV, Prince of the island of Elba.
Well, yes, sire. How could I help you?
I am looking to attend the ball here later tonight. The governor is hosting a few sophisticated royals, and I was looking for some jewelry that might help me to be spectacular. Be absolutely jaw-dropping tonight.
Would you be looking for a ring, sir, or a necklace?
I think a necklace.
A necklace.
It's your brightest, shiniest, most eye-catching necklace that you have.
Well, we have this, and he pulls out, after digging for a few moments, he pulls out, now here is, something. It doesn't look like much. It's a little, it's a circlet, with almost like, it's got a little, like, circle on the end of it, that's like a little closed container. It looks almost like a compass, that has like a case on it. Now, if you don't want anyone to know what it is you have, you're walking through some sort of a shady area, or you just want to be tasteful, sire, you can close this, or this is quite expensive, but seems like you can afford it, or you can go ahead and open it, and he twists it open, and the thing slides to the side and behind the little amulet. And there's probably like the brightest gem you've ever seen. It's like this bright blue color, with extremely sharp points and kind of like a diamond shape, like a rhombus. That just goes from like edge to edge to edge to edge of the circle. It's quite beautiful and eye-catching, and of course there's both this and the more tasteful closed amulet, sire. Now this unfortunately does cost a lot of money. Are you interested in this at all? No issue.
Out of everything you have here, that is obviously quite the best. Still quite lackluster by my standards, but it'll have to do.
I see.
So let me write you a promissory note. You can redeem it at the bank on the south side of the canal.
Okay, roll a deception check.
Oh my god.
Let's see how lucky I am.
We don't normally take promissory notes, sire, but let's see what you roll.
16 plus 6, 22.
But in your case, guest of the governor, we can take it. Just it'll be 500 gold pieces.
Absolutely. So I just pull out a piece of paper and write a fancy-looking note with a fancy-looking signature at the bottom. So yeah, hand this to the banker. I believe his name is Mr. Farrow. He's quite nice.
Okay. I don't believe I know the man, but it's great doing business with you, sire. We hope to see you again sometime in our wonderful city.
Not quite wonderful, but acceptable city.
Oh,
I walk
okay.
away
And he
fancily.
walks away. You look at the necklace that you've taken, and as soon as it's come into your possession, as soon as you start walking away, it does appear to tarnish slightly. Something you're familiar with, but it does appear to tarnish slightly once you have it. All right. Do you rejoin the group? Still looking
I
like
put the necklace in my pocket and rejoin the group.
do you change back into your normal form, or do you just like walk up?
I'd change back to my normal form before I get back to them.
All right. Well,
So what'd you end up getting there?
Did you find the chamber pot?
Yeah, it was 2 blocks away.
2
Quite far
blocks.
for the city.
Wow.
I thought I saw one in that corner over there.
Maybe my brain's just not working well.
anyways.
How would you rate the shit that you
All right. So are we headed out of the city? Does anyone have anything else they would like to do before we head out?
I'd rather not get in trouble, so no.
Okay. All right. Whoops. Let's send that back. Okay. So you head north to the north road leading out of the city. You come to the wall and to the gates, and they're currently open. As you're leaving, you do notice a guard talking with a caravan of they appear to be like farmers and poorer people, some craftsmen in there. It's just a group that's been traveling together, probably for safety. It's not an unusual sight anywhere in the world. And they're talking with the guard. As you're passing by, you overhear basically like the guard, "We're sorry, we're full. We can't be having any more people in the city right now. You're welcome to visit for the games, but I'm very sorry. Governor's orders. You understand." And they're getting upset. Like the peasantry are getting kind of upset with the guard.
Did we get any like kind of note or like special thing from the guy that gave us this job to get by, or to
I
tell the guards, like,
did not think about
we're-
that, but I suppose you would have. Yes. To get you in and out of the city. Either you had a either you had a note or he would have like informed the guards. You'll be able to
Okay.
get in and out.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
So do we? I guess we could just like start. Like, how crowded is this gate? Like, is it super crowded? Is it like?
no, it's just like a caravan basically of peasants. It's not a lot. It's like, 20-ish people or so trying to get into the city. It's quite a large gate. Like the merchants
okay.
come and go all the time. It's around midday, so the merchants who come into the city by road have probably already come in and set up shop. But these peasants aren't being allowed in for whatever reason. Okay.
Well, just walk by, I guess, and just go through.
Just head on through.
Just go through. Pretend as if nothing's happening.
All right. So you head north, into the forests to the on the northern side of the of Pearl Water, and it's not that far of a walk. It is, about mid-afternoon. How are you guys looking for these bandits? What are you doing exactly? Are you just walking and waiting to get ambushed, or are we looking around?
I'm doing some looking. I'm looking around, scoping my area.
Ooh, I have a better idea. What if we try to invite an ambush? You just look
What?
very weak and vulnerable.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. Why
Well,
would we want them to ambush us?
Well, if we
So we
want,
don't spend all day looking for them.
yeah, I was gonna say if we want to just get this done quickly, we can surprise them by acting weak and then not being weak because we're not fucking wimps.
You guys are very confident in your combat abilities.
I don't think these will be an issue. I mean, if those guys in the whatever that joke of a fight was, if those guys were supposed to be like our big competition, I don't see what could be worse than that.
Those sound like last words. Bad last words.
Well, if I go down, at least I go down in a fight of glory.
Alright, so the non-suicidal members of our group?
Mhm.
Hey, I didn't say I was suicidal. I'm just confident.
Confident, suicidal. What's the difference?
Where are we in the woods? Where are
Yeah, you guys are. I mean, you could have had this conversation anywhere along the path. You could have had them on the edge of the forest, or on the way there, or maybe a bit into the forest. Basically, whenever you would have wanted to
So
talk
all we
about
know
it.
is- all we know is that they're somewhere in these woods. We don't know where.
Yeah, you don't know. They want you to go find their hideout, and they obviously don't know exactly where that is, outside of the fact that they operate in these woods.
Ooh. What if
And
I pretend to be a grandmother
oh my god.
and y'all are walking me to a picnic? I think that'd be good bait for the bandits.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
I
Just
think these bandits are magical.
We don't know who's like anyone could be magical.
What? So you're just trying to see if there's magic around?
Yeah.
At the... Where are you casting this? Like at the beginning of the woods or the...
I'm gonna step a bit in.
Because detect magic doesn't really have that wide of a range.
Yeah, it's only 30 feet.
Right. Okay. I mean, you can do this. It does last 10 minutes, so, you know, as you're walking. You could... I guess you could have that up.
Yeah.
Okay. So then take a... Immediately, you don't really detect much of anything. Yeah. You don't detect much of anything immediately, unless anybody has like arcane focuses or something with them, which you might like pick up on. But aside from that, not really anything for right now.
I'm gonna go with the grandmother plan. I disguise myself as an old lady.
Okay.
So since we're in a forest, I'm in my favorite terrain.
Okay.
So I can remain alert to any danger that's nearby if I do I can't intelligence or wisdom check. Can I do one of those? Like try to see if there's any danger nearby. It's bandits.
Well, I mean, I guess you could do that as you're like getting into the woods.
Yeah.
Well, this just says that like, you remain alert to danger even while you're like doing things in the woods. Yeah, I mean, you could make an investigation check, but like it wouldn't be like general. It would be for like the location you're in. If you're like looking for something.
Alright.
Oh, crap.
Let's see, we got 9.
I just remembered.
You don't see anything. It's the woods.
I don't see anything. It's just the woods.
Can I try one other thing?
Sure.
I'm gonna use my wild companion to summon a hawk to scope out where they might be and to return to us to tell me. And I can use speak to animals to talk to them.
Okay.
Damn.
I'm gonna roll something for your hawk, unless you roll for it. Does it say?
And I don't think it says.
Okay.
I would assume it's some perception check, but I don't know what. If that would be a bonus, or if there'd be any bonus.
Well, it just says you gain the service of a familiar, a spirit that takes an animal form that you choose, and then that it obeys me. It acts independently of you, but always obeys your command.
Okay, so yeah, it's obeying your command, but I would roll for it.
Okay.
Does
okay.
say that a hawk has advantage on perception checks.
Yes. I
And
did look that up.
and they have it. That's pretty nice.
All right. So after waiting a few minutes, or if you're walking along, just after a few minutes, the hawk comes back and just tells you, like, you know, along this road a ways, probably, you know, a few hundred feet, there is an ambush.
Damn.
Okay, so we keep going on the road. Thank you, Hawk friend.
But now that we know that there's an ambush, can we really be ambushed?
No, but it's still an ambush just because you aren't tricked by it.
We want to like walk into the woods and try to circle around and surprise them.
Yeah, ambush the ambushers.
Yes.
I say in an old lady voice.
Ambush the ambushers.
Don't know
Oh.
how that would work exactly. Like, how would we flank around them without them spotting us?
The trees.
Well, if we're very quiet and we like
Mhm.
kind of give them a wide angle, then
Mm-hmm.
hopefully they won't see us.
Hopefully.
And if they do, it's like, well, they're going to ambush us anyway.
Good point.
Exactly.
Wow. Alright then. I guess you got a point.
Boop.
I guess I can try and go around and, like, whenever we get, what you said, about 100 feet or something like that in front of us at this point?
A few hundred feet. But
Few hundred feet.
this map is not that big, so we're cutting to when you guys are closer.
So I say probably like around like 50, whenever we get about 50 feet close to them, I'd probably start drifting off into the woods a little bit, but sort of still heading in the same general direction, just off the path.
Are you guys stealthing?
I will be stealthing, yes.
Yeah. But
Everyone
before we
roll
do,
some- Oh,
Yes, I am stealthing.
do we want to fight them?
Wasn't that the job?
That's what we're supposed to do.
Well, we could just ask them to lead us to their base.
But why would they do that?
I don't know. Maybe we can think of a good reason why they should lead us to their base.
Was all that we were asked to do was find their base? We weren't asked to like take care of them or anything like that?
Well, I think we're asked to take out the leader.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't see why we can't fight them.
Yeah.
So you want to fight them?
As long as we get this
I feel like that's
job
part of the job.
done.
hmm.
The sooner
Radek, do you
they
have any
die-
ideas?
The sooner they die, the sooner I'm a free man, able to continue my holy pilgrimage.
He does have a good point. He does have a good point.
Mhm.
Who is this guy?
What?
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are stealthing.
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 I should probably roll for that then.
Well, alright, who is going into the woods? And, like, hiding and shit.
I don't know.
Hopefully everyone. It'd be kind of bad if only one person was on the path.
What? Okay. 14
And
for that stealthiness.
if we're gonna be stealthy, how about some pass without trace?
Damn. So you're gonna add a plus 10 to that.
So pause game. Pause
What?
game. Before you do whatever you just did, is that some like skill or something?
It's a spell, I believe.
Yeah.
1 second, I gotta look at my skills for a second. My thing's not loading.
Yeah, I'm gonna restart Roll20 because it's not working.
Nice. Gotta love roll 20.
Yeah.
That really sucks for you guys. That was rude of me.
That was really rude, actually, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I think the
Not
only
rude if
thing
it's funny.
is that everyone has to stay within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
If you guys all stealth onto the same side of the road, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, you could be like the mother duck. and we can be the smaller ducks.
What?
She is like 9 feet tall or something.
Yeah.
She's very tall. She's our safety umbrella. Our stealthy umbrella.
Dang, okay, never mind. Do your thing. I can't help you.
She doesn't need help for that self.
She's
Ah,
so good.
She's got that.
Alright, so we're all stealthing on the same side of the road.
Yes.
Correct.
All sticking together.
Hold.
So we
So-
still need to roll stealth checks.
You do, but you pass without a trace lets you add 10.
Oh, so
Ooh.
then 24.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So you want me to go ahead and roll that
28.
Just basically
Let's go.
don't roll a natural one, essentially.
Actually, probably higher than
15.
that.
They're technically rules as written. There are no natural ones on stealth checks, but nobody cares. I don't
Do I
care.
gotta roll a d20?
You do have to roll a d20. Did you actually roll that, Gavin?
Yes, I did.
Are you serious?
Did he?
You
Do I
should. You
take
should.
stealth hit.
You
if I'm
should.
in chainmail.
You do. You have disadvantage.
Alright.
That's every
I-
time you roll stealth.
I
Well,
mean,
lower,
technically
higher?
it's a 6 because I have +5 to stealth, but it's a nat 1.
No, it's a nat one, Gavin.
Gavin, you should have taken lucky.
You should have been a halfling, Gavin.
Yeah.
You could have been a halfling who takes lucky.
Forgetting my D&D rolls. Do I want a 3 or a 14 with disadvantage?
You want to? Well, you would want to. You would want the 14, but you would get the 3.
Okay. I got
Yeah.
the 3 then.
All right. That's still higher than 1. So to add whatever your stealth is, so it should be Dex, and then add another 10 because of Pass Without a Trace.
Dex. Okay, so I add 10 because I have no Dex. So I get what that. I add
Alright.
10, so it's
Yeah, you add 10.
24.
24. No, it should be added to the 3.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Yeah,
So I
so 13. All right.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Math escapes me.
Oh, math.
So, as we're sneaking around in the woods, you all just kind of hear like crunch, 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 as Theran just like he's trying to sneak with you guys.
What?
He's making an attempt to like keep up, but
Why the fuck are there so many goddamn sticks on
yeah,
this
he's
fucking-
just stepping on every twig. He rolled a
God.
1.
Oh,
God fucking damn it. What is
Can I
up
just-
with all these crunchy leaves?
Yeah, as
Can I just pick him up?
Gavin, if you rolled a nat 20, perhaps.
If I pick him up, is that breaking the game?
But you guys don't completely notice how loud he's been being. But as Theran says, "Why are there so many twigs on the ground?" An arrow whistles out of one of
Damn
the from behind one of the trees ahead of you. Theran,
God damn it.
what did he roll? A 10 does not hit. So an arrow lands at your feet, Theran. And now, can I get everyone to roll initiative, please?
Please, no more nat ones.
okay. So to roll initiative, we click our thingy, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Which it's a thing on the screen.
Okay, now I need to refresh roll 20.
Oh, where? Yeah, I'm about to.
Wait, there's no turn counter yet.
Oh, there is no turn counter yet. My bad.
Oh my god.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Gavin,
I've already
you
hit
rolled another
reload.
nat
and
one.
I-
He
so
did.
bad.
He did roll another nat one.
Oh my god.
That's 2 in a row.
Doubled up.
Now I need to roll for them.
How many are there?
Ah, yes. I love rolling a nat 1 and roll 20 as well for my initiative.
For your second roll,
For
too.
my but it wasn't even my dice. Like, it wasn't even my dice this time.
What? You don't know how many there are. There could be any number of them.
Oh my god.
Other what?
Okay.
We can't see them.
Nope, you can't. That's true.
That's cool.
This
That's
one
nice.
is going to reveal himself and shoot an arrow at Lialana.
What?
And he rolled a 22. Does that hit?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah.
It's because I'm
100%.
7 feet tall. Isn't
5 damage.
It's because I'm tall.
5 damage to Lialana. Lialana, it's now your turn.
it? Once again, as I almost always do, I'm gonna cast my symbiotic entity and the flame blade on myself.
And that's your turn.
Yep.
Nice.
I'm also gonna step back. Just a little bit,
Just a little.
Drago.
since I'm 7 feet tall.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Mirror Image, and then I guess walk over by Radek and hide.
Okay.
Well, not hide, but just stay low.
All right.
Well, I guess the 4 mirror images walk over.
Yeah,
Radek.
you. Yeah, you guys all see pretty much instantly the like 4 Dragos appear, and then he steps to his right behind Radek. Aravyre.
Yes, I am going to try to shoot it with my longbow. Alright.
No,
What?
you can't. Not allowed.
Oh. Well, does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit, I believe. Yep.
Yes! Oh gosh, that makes me happy. I don't even know what's my damage going on. Alright, so we got 1d8, so it's 3 plus 4, that's 7 plus 1d6. Alright, so 7 plus 6, 13.
13.
13!
Where will that damage come from?
Well, I get a 1d8 plus 4 plus a 1d6.
Oh, okay. You have to cast. Don't you have to cast? Where do you get the plus 1d6 from?
I might be thinking something else.
I think
Yeah.
you have to. I think you have to cast.
Yeah. Can
Hunter's
I cast Hunter's Mark? Can I do that?
You could do
Is
it.
that bonus action?
You can do it after you've already shot that guy. I'm gonna be pretty hard on this. You gotta
That's
you
okay.
gotta
I
do it.
did.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what'd you roll without the d6?
Oh, that would be a 7.
Okay. All right. You basically hit this guy right up in the shoulder, right beneath his shoulder, and he staggers backwards.
That's nice.
Are you gonna move at all, or is that your turn?
I'm gonna go right back. Can I like hide in this tree?
You wouldn't be hiding, but you can go sit behind that tree. Yes, they would still know where you are.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to sit behind the trees where I'm not
Okay.
gonna see.
You do get slight cover from that, so
Cool.
okay. This guy is going to reveal himself, and he's going to shoot at Drago. Drago does a 16 hit.
Yes.
It does. Can I
Oh, he's
Are
shooting
you?
at me.
I'm shooting Drago.
Oh,
Okay.
Drago.
Let me roll to see which clone you hit, or if you hit me.
Sorry. That's
Or
right.
that fell off the desk. Okay, you hit one of the clones. So it just instantly vaporizes when it gets hit. So now there's
Okay.
only 2 other clones plus me.
Okay. Whose turn next?
I think it's Radek, right?
Oh, I see. No, it's no. There's a new one. There's another one
Oh.
who reveals himself. He pops out from behind this tree, and he
Shit.
gets.
Bandana.
He's gonna throw a dagger. No, actually, he's got to run up a little bit. 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to throw a dagger at Radek.
Oh. Oh no.
Bam! He rolled 14.
That doesn't hit.
He's going to throw a dagger at Drago. That he rolled like a 7. That's not... Alright, he rolled an 8.
This guy sucks.
He's disappointed in himself. And now it's Radek's turn.
His disappointment is immeasurable in his days.
He runs across the trail, throws both of his daggers, and then misses with both of them terribly. Radek.
Before I go, can you describe these bandits to me? Like, what are they rocking?
Sure. They're pretty, stock standard bandits. They've got bows and arrows, and a few of them have short swords. The biggest bandit who just ran towards you and put way too much arm into both daggers. He looks like the biggest one of all of them. He's pulling out a scimitar right now after throwing both of his daggers.
Oh, this is... I'm stupid. I want to do it. He just threw both of his daggers and missed. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast heat metal on his scimitar.
Okay. Do I roll anything? Do you roll anything? What happens?
Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d6 fire damage when I cast the spell. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action each of your subsequent turns to cause the damage again. If the creature holding the thing takes damage from it, it needs to make a con save or drop the object if possible. And if it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn. So it takes 2d8 and it has to make a con save.
Okay. We'll go ahead and roll 2d8, I guess. And then con save. He rolled... what is his con save? He rolled a 12. What did he need?
Wait, what did he need?
What's your it should be on your spell.
Oh, my
list.
spell save DC?
Yeah, spell save DC.
Yeah, he needed a 14.
Okay, so
Aw.
that doesn't work. So he's gonna take 2d8 damage,
Yeah, he takes 9.
and he has to drop it.
Yes. And now he's
Okay.
weaponless yet again.
Okay. All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something semi-clever to say. I can't think of anything. That's the end of my turn.
It's very clever.
Yet another bandit reveals himself.
Oh.
And I think this one is going to charge. He has his bow out, but he's gonna charge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's gonna shoot an arrow probably at Radek. They're just kind of like 14.
Doesn't hit.
Yeah. Theran.
Alright, I am going to... Let's see, I have... Okay, so I want to move... Okay, I can basically go in these guys. Alright, I'm going to move... so I'm going to go by... I see the one that just popped out, and I'm going to run up to him. And I'm going to attack him with my short sword.
Okay.
10, does that hit?
No.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to do an unarmed strike. Oh, okay, this should hit. A 23.
That hits.
Let's see. And I'm gonna change the damage type to poison. I don't know that matters too much, but use poison damage for my unarmed strike. And that's I can't remember, what do I add? I should probably write this down. Do I add anything to unarmed strike?
Yeah, it should just be your dex and your proficiency bonus. And then it should be your dex to your damage.
Oh, okay, that's what I meant for damage.
Yeah,
So
it should be your dex to your damage. Okay.
7 damage.
Alright. Yeah, he ducks under your short sword as you like charge past him. You like run to the opposite side of him with a slash coming from your short sword. You kind of throw a kick his way as he ducks, and he's not able to dodge that one. You hit him like square in the chest, and he staggers back a little bit. Yet another bandit reveals himself.
Oh no!
And he's going to take a shot at Theran, who has run directly next to him. Well, not directly, but pretty close. 15. Does that hit?
That hits.
All right. 2 damage.
2 whole damage. Wow. That's so scary.
Intense.
This bandit, who is just shot by the person who ran behind a tree, is not going to shoot at the person who ran behind a tree, because that would be dumb. That would be dumb to shoot at someone who's in cover. And these bandits might be stupid, but they're not dumb.
Wow.
Drago, 17.
That hits.
Okay.
Let me roll to see if you hit me or a clone. You hit a clone.
Damn. Okay. 2 in a row.
So now there's only 1 clone left, so it's a 50-50 next time.
Lialana.
I'm going to cast Entangle, and I think it can hit all the 4 except for the new one over here. And they have to make a strength save.
Strength save? What's the range on that? So what? Square? Cube? Well, the captain rolled the 20.
Oh, I thought it said spear. Never mind. Let me just see what I can do. I think I can only hit 2. I'm still gonna do that.
Okay. I'm gonna reroll for the captain, I guess.
It'd just be these 2.
He rolled an 18 still, so that's still pretty good. The guard, or not the guard, the bandit rolled a 17. What happens if both of them make it? Does anything happen?
They're not restrained.
Isn't it like rough terrain or something? Difficult terrain.
Yeah, for the duration, these plants turn the ground in the area to difficult terrain.
Okay, so where's the square? I'll draw it.
I can draw it. I can draw it.
All right, well then you draw it.
Would be-
Drago, go ahead while she's drawing the square. Oops, I skipped your turn. You're
There.
next.
So I'm gonna cast Suggestion.
All right.
This one.
Okay.
So how it works is I give him a 1 to 2 sentence command, and if he fails a Wisdom save, he has to do it. As long as it's not go jump off a bridge or something.
You do have to move closer to him.
Or how far? Is it
It's
30 feet?
30 feet, it says in the spell.
Okay. Well, about here should be enough.
Yeah, I think so. Go ahead.
Okay.
So what are you telling him to do again?
Hey, Mr. Bandit, sir. I hid 100 gold pieces in one of these trees. You should go climb up each tree until you find it.
He rolled a 19 on his wisdom save.
You made it.
I can't hit anything, but I will make all of these saves. Aravyre.
Okay, so this guy over here, so I cast Hunter's Mark as my bonus action,
Okay.
like last time.
Yeah,
right?
gotcha, sure.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna try to hit him with my bow. Does a 21 hit?
21 does hit. Yes.
Nice. All right, so we got a D8, so that's 4 plus 4, that's 8, and then my Hunter's Mark gets me these. That's 14.
Yeah, he's still, it's only been 6 seconds. He's still kind of leaning back from the previous shot. He was able to let loose an arrow before, but then you just hit him again in the chest, and he staggers back onto the ground and falls over.
Glad.
This bandit is going to
This little bandit's gonna go to the market.
5, 15.
This old bandit went wee 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 all the way home.
He's gonna go over here to this cover,
Over
and he's
there.
gonna shoot Theran.
That's not nice.
Theran, he rolled a dirty 20,
That hits.
5 damage.
Great.
Is that sorry.
The Bandit Captain. He's gonna try his damnedest to pick up his sword. Con save. Here it comes. Ooh! He rolled 16. So that's enough.
He picks it up.
Does he still take he still takes the damage, I'm guessing.
1 second. Yeah, but it has to be a bonus action on my turn.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. So he's gonna run at you with his sword then. He's gonna try to hit you with it. And he's gonna roll poorly.
That's unfortunate
That's a
for him.
12, but he has multi-attack.
He has disadvantage on all of these, though.
Does he?
Yeah, he has disadvantage on attack rolls. Oh no, if he doesn't drop the object. So I guess she kind of like loopholed around it.
No, he would still have disadvantage. Okay, so then his next attack, well, that's a 1. So okay, here we go. His third attack, 19, 8, it's 13. That does not hit. Well, Radek?
I got this guy right where I want him. Well, he's got the sword. Bonus action. I'll start with the bonus action then.
Okay.
And he just takes 2d8. I don't even got to roll again.
He's going to roll a con check.
I don't think he has to roll the con check again.
I thought it was to hold on to it every time you...
Yeah, I guess you're right.
If the creature is holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, the creature must succeed on a con save,
Yeah, he takes
throw,
another
or
8.
drop the object if he can.
Gotcha. So yeah, it is if he takes the damage. So yeah, he takes 8.
Okay. All right. This bandit is gonna
Whoa,
try
I'm not
and.
done. That was my
Whoa!
bonus action.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna hit him with my hammer now.
Yeah, it
Show
is
what a
your
real
bad.
weapon is like.
Okay, go ahead.
I rolled a 12.
That
have
does not
anything
hit.
for that?
Yeah, you should roll. You should add your attack bonus, which should probably be your strength plus your proficiency bonus.
Plus 4. It's a 16.
16 does hit.
What's he take now? 1d8 plus 2.
Let's go.
Takes 9.
9. Damn. Actually, not Theran. It's this bandit's turn. And he's going to try and hit Theran with his short sword. Theran, does a 12 hit?
That misses.
Then it's your turn.
I will.
Theran ducks under the short sword slash.
Yes, I will try and attack again with my short sword. Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit with an upward slash. Theran.
I'm going to absolutely fucking obliterate this
All right,
guy with my
Theran
short
with an
sword.
upward slash sends this guy
Fucking-
flying with a slash across his chest into
It's actually a piercing weapon. But
Okay.
yeah, yes.
with
I
a
fucking
hole
poke this
in his
guy,
chest. He sends him
fucking
flying.
Stab him, and I hit him for 9 damage.
This guy shoots backwards, landing on his back in the vines as the vines kind of cover him up as he lands on the ground.
And then I'm going to spend a key point to hold a dodge action for whenever I try and get attacked again. And then I'm going to try and hide behind a tree, I think.
Okay. I will also say, just real quick, I think I kind of tried to explain this last week, but did it poorly. You wouldn't be like holding the dodge action; you would take the dodge action.
Yeah,
and it would be like you're dodging for the rest of that round
Yeah,
until
it
it
would
comes
be-
back to you.
Yeah. I would
Okay.
take the dodge action, and it would be sort of used as a
Yes.
yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be used as a reaction.
Right,
You
'cause
you just dodge.
Yeah,
You
because
just are
they
dodging.
roll disadvantage. They roll disadvantage. I don't do anything at
Yes.
that point. So I'm going to step sort of over by Drago, and I'm going to try and hide behind the tree that he's standing next to,
You take cover,
and take cover.
perhaps.
Uh,
Well,
yes.
in that case, this bandit who was going to shoot at you is now going to try and shoot at Drago. Drago, he rolled a 19. What do you have to say about that?
50-50 shot. It hits me or a clone. It's the 10 or higher. A 12. It hits the clone.
What?
But now I'm out
Oh
of
my
clones.
Okay.
God.
Of course it hits the
Well,
clone.
now it's Lialana's turn.
I am gonna go right here, and I'm gonna hit him.
All right, you get advantage. Go ahead.
Let's see. That's 19. Roll again. It's not a 20. So 23. That hit.
23 does hit. Yes, yes, it
Yes,
does.
sir.
In fact.
11 plus 10 plus 2. So 23 damage.
All right. Well, you do 23 damage. Yikes! I'm not even really sure what to say about that. I was trying to do
It's with my
descriptions.
My flame blade. It swipes. You just see the fire, like the embers, like trickle off. As the power of my stab.
Drago.
The power of
Okay.
stabby stab.
He's like, I cast a mirror image again.
No, I'm gonna use a cantrip. I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion on the bandit leader to cause whispers in his ear that psychologically torment him. The whispers will say, like, "You're a disappointment to your parents, and you should have went to law school." And that'll be my turn.
Okay,
All right.
that's
Cool.
it.
What a useful turn.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Up next, Aravyre. Oh, wait.
Yes. Oh.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh. Would I be able to? I'm kind of not. The tree's kind of blocking the way, huh? I can't hit this guy. Over here.
You can hit him. He would have cover, so he would have a slightly higher AC than normal.
Yeah. And then I.
Partial cover is +2 to your AC, just so you guys know for your characters. Partial cover, like half cover, is +2 to your AC. 3/4 cover, I believe, is +5 to your AC.
Then I'm gonna try to just hit this guy. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. By the way, after that guy with your hunter's mark died, you could have moved your hunter's mark. I believe as a reaction. Yeah, you can move your hunter's mark after the person dies.
Oh. Is it too late to move it to this guy?
No, go ahead.
Okay, cool. I want to move that guy, but does an 8 hit?
An 8 does not hit. And it's a bonus action on the turn after somebody dies. So that works. That's fine.
Cool.
It's a bonus action on a subsequent turn. All right. So is that your turn then? Hello. That's your turn?
Sorry.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Sorry. I thought I said it.
All right. Up next is this bandit who is realizing he's way out of his league. He's going to start running. He running. He gets that far. Then it's this bandit captain's turn.
A
He's
coward.
gonna take 2d4 damage.
Unless he makes a con save, right?
No. My spores.
1d4 necrotic damage to a creature unless it succeeds on a con saving throw against your spell save DC.
Hello?
That's Halo of Spores, right? No?
Oh. Oops. Yes.
He rolled a 4, so he does take a d4 of damage.
Okay. Well, it's 2d4 because I have symbiotic entity, so it's gonna be 5.
Damn. Well, he takes 5 damage. He looks a little choked up for some reason. Radek. Oh wait, no, it's his turn. Sorry. Never mind, not Radek yet. First, he's gonna try and pick up his scimitar, which he's gonna do. He does it. He's gonna try and slash Radek with his scimitar. He rolled a nat 20. Oh wait, he has disadvantage.
Another
Double nat 20. No, I'm just kidding. He rolled an 18. Is that enough?
What'd you say?
An 18.
That bastard. It is enough.
Oh, max damage. 9 damage.
You ass.
He's gonna try and hit you again. 13. It's not enough, huh?
Nope.
Okay. One more. 19 or 19.
Damn. Yeah, that hits too.
6 damage. Well, now it's your turn.
Alright, this means war. I'm gonna have to pull out the big guns here.
Are you going to use your bonus action?
Thinking. Do I want to use the bonus action? Question, Pierce.
Yes.
If I use my bonus action to cast magic weapon, can I attack him with the magic weapon?
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, I want to tap the giant two-handed hammer that has been in my backpack that everyone has noticed but no one has mentioned
Okay.
so far that I haven't picked up. I'm going to cast magic weapon on it. And I want to hit him with my... And I'm just standing there, concentrating really hard on this big hammer.
Okay.
Staring at it really
I believe
intently.
you do have to drop heat metal to do that, because heat metal should be a concentration spell.
Is it concentration? Damn, that's not epic.
It is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't
Okay.
need heat metal anymore. I'm concentrating on my big hammer now. So I'm looking at it really hard. He's watching it float out of my backpack, and I'm gonna try to smack him with it.
Okay.
17 plus 4, that's 21.
That hits.
Uh,
This floating hammer comes down on this man and does how much damage?
Alright, so two-handed, 1d10 plus 2 plus 1. 6 plus 2 plus 1, it does 9 damage.
Radek focuses really, really hard, and the hammer comes off of the clip it's on his back, and it swings high above his head. And the handle, the bottom of the handle, is basically near the top of his head, the brim of his head, and it goes vertical and then swings down on top of this bandit leader's head and kills him. Theran, you can tell instantly that this other guy right here is also about to turn and run. It's pretty obvious.
I mean, I was gonna do something epic. I don't know if this new information would affect my decision making now.
I'm gonna ask you to remember what the goal of this was. What your goal here?
I mean, it was
not kill them all.
Yeah, I guess Terra would just be in kill mode. So I'm going to use my action to use Dragon Breath.
Okay.
And I'm going to do it in a 30-foot 30-foot line, 5-foot wide.
Okay, so I guess you're gonna get into a diagonal with him, I would assume.
Yeah, and that will reach because I am basically...
Yeah, but you
I'm gonna come out
usually...
hiding him.
Right, you usually have to get in a straight line as far as the squares go, just because it's easier to map when there's more people. So you'd
Well,
have to move here to do it.
Alright, then I will move out of my hiding, from behind the tree, and I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath. And so he's going to have to make a dex save. And I'm going to I'm going to make it poison damage.
Okay, he failed his dex save very badly.
Alright, let's see. What is it?
A very big fail.
I'm trying to remember what I need to roll to... okay, sorry. 2 martial arts die, which I believe are D4. Yeah, D4s. So 5 damage.
Nice.
And then let's see, how much did I move from out here? Moved what, 10 feet?
15 feet, I believe, because you were behind Drago.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and, as a bonus action, I guess, move up to him.
Well, it wouldn't be a bonus action. You're just using the rest of your movement.
Well, no, I'm saying I'm gonna move up to him and then use my bonus action to
I see.
strike him. Yes.
I see. Okay. Well,
18.
go ahead. That hits.
6 damage.
All
I'm gonna
right.
use that as poison again if that matters at all.
In some cases it would, but
This one it doesn't.
no, not really.
Yeah.
You said 6 damage?
6 damage.
Yeah, it's just enough. You punch him in the chest and he dies.
Get fucking wrecked.
Lialana. There's a guy who's running. He's running for his life. He's like, I'm out of here.
Do I want him to do that?
I did just realize something, but I'm not going to say it because
Because it was-
decision making.
Yeah.
I realized that a while ago, but yeah.
That
Yeah.
we maybe shouldn't kill all of them.
Do what your character would do.
Yes. Not
I
gonna
also
lie, Gavin.
realized this. So I'm gonna run up this way. I technically would go diagonal, but that's just complicated to do right now. And can I just hold them? Restrain them?
Yeah, you can try and grapple him.
Okay.
Be an opposed strength check.
Okay. I'm not super strong.
Well, he rolled really well, but he's not very strong either. He rolled an 18.
The 13.
You try and grab him, and he just slaps your hands away. He's like, "No, stop."
No, I just want to talk.
That's your turn, Drago.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk out in the open
Okay.
and put on a big smile and open my arms and be like, "Hello, friend."
No
If
spell. You're just gonna do that.
Then I'm just gonna try to make a persuasion check. Hello, friend. If you stop resisting, we'll let you go. Just please stop and talk. That's all
Okay.
that we wanted to do this whole time.
Go
They all
ahead
just
and-
attacked us.
Go
for no
ahead and
reason.
go ahead and roll persuasion. It's gonna be a hard roll.
Okay. So that's 10 plus 6, 16.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. He's gonna keep running.
Oh,
Aravyre.
yeah.
Oh, I just realized he should have dashed last turn, so he shouldn't even be here. He should be like, well, whatever, I've messed up.
Well, it seems like we don't want him, to die. Could I possibly cast Snare, or am I too far away?
Depends on what the range of that spell is.
Okay. Range is a 5-foot radius, I think, of where I put it, so I can kind of place it wherever.
No, there's gonna be a range on the spell.
Relatively. I think, because it's Snare, I think it's a
The
5-foot
range is touch, so you have to be able to touch the space that you're placing it.
Oh. Never mind. I mean, let's see where. I guess I'll move. I'll run to try to get closer to this guy over here. So
You can dash as an action to move
Yeah.
twice your movement.
ooh, I can.
Yeah,
Alright, so
he could
that
have
was-
done that, but I forgot.
All right, that was 35, and I'll move there.
What would be
That
20,
next
20 it'd be 25 more feet.
25. Well,
'Cause
then
you-
I will move here. I think that's what the... Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Cool.
He's gonna run. You guys
Yeah.
both have opportunity attacks if you want them.
We do?
You do.
Can I try to tackle him?
That's not really an opportunity attack.
Ah, okay.
Because that's like a combat maneuver. The
Yeah.
opportunity attack is like you like try and slash somebody as they're running away from you. Um,
And I try to get his ankles.
still the same thing.
Can I try to stab him with my dagger?
He's gonna get off map. I'm gonna roll because he's obviously what's gonna happen is we're all gonna dash, and you guys are all gonna run the same speed. So I'm gonna roll a dex check to see if he's able to like run through the shrubbery and get away.
Shrubbery.
He rolled a nat 20. He's
Yeah.
into the shrubbery.
That's nice.
You've just been able to evade literally everything.
Yeah, I can't hit anything, but well, we're in the woods.
Yeah, we are in the woods.
He's gone.
I think we kind of dropped the ball on that.
Yeah, we kind of did.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we just probably need to get there quickly, so that way they don't have time to prepare for us.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have much other, many other options.
Alright, well then I say we stop wasting time here and let's go get our shit
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. Do you think the guy ran back to the base, or do you think he like went some other direction?
My guess is that he probably ran back to base to inform everybody else of our coming. Except it's not gonna be a nice warm house party. It's gonna be another fucking battle to the death.
Yeah, let's try to find it, and then maybe sneak in when they're not expecting.
Let's go.
Is anyone good at tracking?
No, unfortunately not.
I mean, I'm
Not
in-
one for tracking.
I mean,
Could we use that hawk again?
I'm a natural explorer, but I don't know about tracking.
I mean, you can try to track.
Okay.
Anybody would like to try? It would be, I believe,
I
a
would like to
nature roll.
Oh yeah, I'll attempt.
I will also attempt.
I would allow investigation, but this is like a kind of natural track, so more likely nature.
18
Here.
plus 2, so 20.
20.
I rolled a
Dirty 20.
19.
Damn. So both of you are able to find. He's running through the woods, like full
Okay.
sprint. So where he kind of runs through a bush or like runs past a tree, you can see like the disturbance basically in the plants, the plant life. You can see his footprints as he's like thudding them on the ground, trying to get away from you guys. And you're able to follow those pretty clearly. To here. And he seems to go back into this cave. Crossing this stream and heading where the footprints like stop up here, so you cross the stream and you see this cave. You can let me know when you're ready to go into the cave. If you guys want to do anything to prepare or whatever, what have you.
I think I'm ready to go into the cave. I make sure my bro's all nice and at the ready.
Do we need to... Was anybody like badly damaged? Do we need to heal up or anything?
Oh,
I'm okay.
I'm fine, but I think Radek, are you okay?
How's Radek
Hurt a little
looking?
bit. I am in slight pain.
Would you like some cure wounds?
No, I can take it.
Okay.
I just want you to know I'm in pain.
Great.
Okay, then I think we're all good to go in there,
Okay.
unless you want to wait and try to come in at an unexpected time. But I'm fine with just crashing the party.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys haven't... You walk into the cave, and there's like a... There seems to be like a carved out staircase that spirals down kind of at the back of this cave, hidden behind a box. But the box seems to have been like pushed aside.
Looks inviting to me.
Someone in a hurry. Is there any order that you guys want to head down here in?
I would say probably people with dark vision will probably be more up front, which I would assume is most of us.
I'm okay with being towards the back.
I'm gonna cast light on my scimitar.
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 Okay, so
And
then
I'm
I
gonna
need
take the
to-
very back because I'm tall and I want people to be able to see around me.
Wow.
So can I be
Appreciate
like
that.
in front of her then, but like not in the front?
I
So
guess
you
I'll
want to be
either in-
second from the back, basically.
Yeah, I wanted to be towards the end, but
I am very small and very vulnerable, so I'm gonna cast invisibility for free because of the feat. So I'm gonna
Okay.
be invisible.
All right. I guess you kind of matter, but don't really in the order. Who's going to be in front, and then that'll fill in the next spot.
either me or Radek. I don't really care.
I'll take the front.
Alright, I'll be behind Radek then.
beautiful.
All right. Let's move you guys over. I believe everyone either has dark vision or and Lialana should be emitting light. So even if you don't have dark vision, you should be able to see from her. I will remind you, if you're not in range of the light spell that Lialana casted, there are some disadvantages to just using dark vision and not having any light at all.
Who's at the very front?
Radek.
Me.
Radek, can I make your hammer a light source as well?
That you may, ma'am.
Okay.
Now there
No, I
are
have-
there are some torches around, because these are
No.
these were human bandits, but it is dim in certain parts of
No.
this place.
Only magic light.
Okay.
Only magic allowed.
Oh yeah, guys, I'm invisible. Don't run into me, please, or hit me on accident.
Who's saying that?
Just accidentally kicked him a little bit.
Accidentally.
Yes. Just roll a d4 to see how much damage he takes from my incredible kicks. Alright, well, probably ought to stick together. Well, I mean, I guess.
You guys are
Drago.
free to move.
Drago can just go wander wherever he wants and we wouldn't even notice, but
Yeah, he disappeared.
yeah, he's just gone, so cool. But we should probably stick together.
So how dark is it again in here? Like if I were to wander outside of the light source?
It depends on where you are. There aren't that many torches in the hallways, so it's fairly dark. In the hallways, you have not seen any rooms yet, but you can see some light emanating from certain parts as you look down the hall.
So if I were to get out of the light source, would they be able to see me?
For you, No, I mean these are also from what you saw human bandits.
Okay.
So they don't have dark vision anyway.
Okay. Oh wait, why did
Well, Radek, I'm following your lead.
Yeah,
Yeah, can I
Radek,
actually-
you kind of took the lead. You just standing there.
I don't have any light source. I'm looking.
can I like actually?
Oh, you
can
don't
I
have
like?
any light.
You don't have
source?
dark vision?
No.
Can
some
then
reason
I
I thought-
will take the lead.
Can I like
I
kind of
touched,
walk
I
out of the
touched
light?
your hammer.
Yeah.
Your
it's
hammer is
simple.
emitted light.
Wait, aren't you a
And
dwarf?
I do have dark vision.
Dwarfs are supposed to have dark vision.
I have dark vision and I got a light source, but I'm looking at a blank screen.
Okay, hold on. I gotcha.
Okay. I was like, hold on. Why would you take the lead if you don't have dark vision?
You know what? You weren't there for the practice game when I asked everyone if they had dark vision. And so I just forgot.
right.
I forgot to ask again.
Oh, then
Yeah,
it might be the same
forward.
for me later then.
Yeah.
It should be.
Oh no, I can see.
Yeah, because I remember you were an elf, I think, so I probably
Okay.
set it up right. You're just gonna
Radek,
run in
slow
there?
down.
Yeah.
Do you want an invisible person to check it out first?
Are you calling me a coward, son?
No, I'll be right by your side.
They keep moving.
Okay,
Yeah.
luckily you guys just ran into an empty room.
Is there anything
Um,
in this
God.
room? They need money in the drawers.
No money in the drawers. This appears to be like a kind of an armory of sorts. There's a desk with papers with like, different things scrawled across it. You can, if you sit there and focus, you could probably read it, but it's like chicken scratch. It's very hard to read. There are racks where weapons sit sometimes that they're, you've seen it before. You've seen stuff like this before, but there are no weapons there for some reason currently.
Great, they're probably preparing for us already.
On the table over here, there's a few potion ingredients, but no potions.
I'm gonna pocket the pieces of paper to read later.
I'm just gonna take a bottle of something from over here.
There's just a lot of empty bottles. There's not any actual potions on the...
I just want to. Then I'll just take a bottle, an empty bottle.
Okay. You grab an empty bottle.
Hey, maybe you'll use it to fill some shit up later.
Yeah. Could hold
Hey,
some
Radek.
beer.
Which way to go?
We're at an impasse.
It's just-
Go the most nerve-wracking way.
I'm just gonna check out the path that you didn't go on.
Okay, so
We're
wait,
splitting up.
everyone hold on.
Yeah,
Are we splitting up? What are we doing?
I think so.
I wanna go this
Um,
way, too.
So I'm
I
Well,
wanna go
gonna...
this way.
Drago is invisible, I'll remind all of you.
Yeah.
That is
And
true.
if there's not a light source, they can't technically see me.
But you also can't see
Right.
Drago.
I did
Well,
also say when you
Drago-
walk into the rooms, they typically they seem to have lights in the rooms.
True.
So I walk out of there and I kind of like poke.
Poke your head around.
Yeah.
There are 4 of them sitting around a table. There's cards that have been strewn across. It seems like they were playing a game, but right now you can hear them talking in kind of hushed voices about. Oh, did you hear the one of our groups got attacked on the roads? It's like they knew we were there. Who do you think they were sent by? And just like in hushed voices, kind of talking about what's going on. Can the rest of you roll me a stealth check, actually? All of you. I just realized you guys are sneaking through here.
You know it. 17 plus 6.
You know what Gavin usually rolls on stealth checks?
The 6.
Hey, I didn't roll it
23.
this time. I rolled a
6 total, Emma?
Yep.
We got a 23 total, brothers.
I can't help the fact that I'm 7 feet tall.
I'm just
21.
too big.
21.
Drago, as you hear them talking in these hushed voices, one of them turns around and he goes, Did you guys hear that? And they all kind of stand up from the crates they're sitting on and start walking towards you with their swords drawn.
I'm gonna cast, how do you pronounce this stupid word?
Thaumaturgy?
Yeah, thaumaturgy. To make it sound like a bottle crashed in the back of the room they're in.
Huh.
And then I'm gonna run over here and let them know they're coming. Hey, they're gonna be coming to look at us. There's people in there and they're armed and they look kind of dangerous.
Oh, no.
Let's try to get somewhere better to maybe surprise them.
Like the room.
Hey!
Ah.
Roll initiative.
God damn
It's...
it.
It wasn't exactly a very far distance from the, I did send one of them back to check out the bottle thing. But, so that one's gonna be delayed, but...
Holy smokes, a 25.
How far was I able to get back to like the room?
I'll say both of you are in, like this, kind of in the hallway.
Okay, deal.
What a waste of a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn. Dude, why are we rolling so well on these initiatives? Holy.
Well, it's a little bit easier whenever you don't roll in at one.
True.
I like the two. The captain got a 5?
There's 2 captains.
How are there 2 captains?
I see Bandit Captain and then Bandit
There
Captain.
is not supposed to be 2 captains.
Oh.
Dang.
Somebody messed up.
Really
Yeah,
rolled
husband and
5.
wife.
Then he rolled a 1.
They're co-captains.
Alright,
Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to think
it
about
is
this.
your turn. What will you do?
I know. I don't.
Remember our
Can I?
mission.
Can I? Yeah. No. What is the mission? What are we trying to do here?
Trying to kill the head bandit guy.
Oh. Solid. Right.
Not the captain, because I think there's somebody up higher than the captain, but...
The head bandit sounds like a really cool job.
If I peek around the corner, can I like try to hit this guy with my bow?
Yeah, you'd have to step out into the open, otherwise I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna give him cover.
Oh.
I guess
step
you could
in the
just step back, actually, after you shoot it. Yeah, go ahead, whatever.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
fine.
cool. So I wanna do some shooting. Does a 13 hit?
A 13 does hit.
Yeah. Okay. um 7 damage. And then I'm gonna go back to my little edge here.
Alright. Drago.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk into the hallway and I can hide like whenever I'm next to another creature just because I'm small as a halfling.
Right.
So I'm just gonna hide.
You are invisible still.
I am invisible still, but I'm
You
just gonna
don't-
hide in the hallway and they can pass
Okay.
by me because I'm a small creature and they're probably medium creatures.
Okay, sure. This one's turn. Wow, what luck. I rolled the highest with the guy in the front.
That's
He's
nice.
gonna walk past you.
I wonder what he's gonna do.
He's gonna stand here and slash at the person who just...
Yeah.
He rolled an 8.
That doesn't
Not
hit.
good enough.
Haha.
Now I
for
run
fail.
with the guy who got distracted by the bottle thing. 5, 10, 15... He can't quite make it there. Okay, that's his turn. Lialana!
Maybe.
Hold
Perhaps.
on, she's coming back.
What is?
You are muted, Lialana, by the way.
It's good because my microphone fell.
Okay.
Let's see. I am going to cast. I'm gonna also become invisible.
Okay.
Using my hidden step.
Everyone's becoming invisible.
Yes, we are. And I'm gonna cast the flame blade thing again.
With your bonus action.
Yep.
Okay. It's your turn, Theran.
What do I want to do? I think I want
I'm gonna-
to.
I'm gonna put Radek at the end of the turn counter because he was gone.
Yeah. I think I'm going to.
What happened?
We rolled initiative,
Oh, shit.
but you're at the end of the turn counter now, so.
Just automatically get a nat one. I think I'm going to just. I don't know. This is like a really awkward position because I'm behind.
You can move past allies. It's difficult terrain, so it'd be twice. So instead of 5 feet to move into their space, it's 10 feet to move into their space.
Okay.
It's basically like an extra 5 feet or whatever. That's how I'm playing it. I believe it's a little bit more difficult terrain normally, but
Alright. I guess I will go up and I'll pass. I fucking can't remember how to pronounce your character's name. Aravyre?
Yeah, it's
Aravyre.
Aravyre.
Okay. And I'm going to attack him with my long sword in front the guy that I ran up to. Does a 14 hit?
a 14 does hit.
Ooh, alright.
Fighting.
That's 5 damage, and I'm gonna attack with my unarmed strike.
How much damage?
5 damage for the.
You kill him. You stab him.
Well,
You did it.
I was gonna do unarmed strike, and I rolled a nat 20,
Oh shit.
but I guess since he's dead, that doesn't happen anymore.
You win.
Great. The one fucking time I get a nat 20, he's dead. God dang it.
I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just let it ride.
You should have. It would have been epic. Come on, Pierce.
Let him hit the dead
What a
corpse.
shitty deal. No.
Oh.
I'm being dumb. I love you, Pierce. And then I guess I will. Fuck. What do I want to do? I guess I'll tuck into this.
What did you
corner
want to do?
But no, because I don't want to block. No, I'm just gonna stay where I am. That'll be my turn.
All right. The next bandit's turn. So this guy, he's going to also run past Drago. 15, 20, 25.
Shit.
He's going to try and hit you with his sword. He rolled an 11 because
That misses.
they suck. All right. Oh wait, it's not his turn. It's the Bandit Captain's turn.
Whoa.
He's gonna throw 2 daggers at you, Theran.
Great.
What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. He's gonna miss the first one.
Yep.
17 is the second one.
That hits.
And then bam, 4 damage.
Wow. 4 whole damage. That's so incredible, Pierce.
Nice. All right, Radek.
Well, we kind of blocked the guy that's like the tank of the group, so I'm proud of us.
I don't know what he's gonna do actually.
My mic's all the way on the table. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna do here. Can I hit this dude with a spell?
You could a ranged spell. He would have at least half cover because he's kind of around the corner a little bit.
Unless I ignore cover.
Wait, do you?
Cantrip, Sacred Flame. And target gains no benefit from cover.
Whoa!
Oh, but it's a dex save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they gain no benefit from cover because it's a saving throw spell. Okay. He rolled a 15 to save.
Oh, you bastard. Alright. Never mind. My turn's over.
Does he take half damage or something, or no? Is that it?
He takes
Nope.
nothing.
All right. Well, Aravyre,
Alrighty. So,
you have disadvantage on ranged attacks because you have a melee attacker within 5 feet of you.
yeah,
Alright.
I want to actually hit him with my short sword.
By the by.
I want to go Pearson.
Pearson?
Not your name. I want
Yep,
to Pearson.
thanks.
Does a 9 hit?
No. 9 does not hit. Kind of stab at him around the corner and just
I hit the wall.
miss. Drago, you're off by yourself here.
I am gonna attack this guy that only I know about.
Yeah, you appear in front of him with what attack?
I'll do inflict wounds. Yeah, let me roll for that.
Casual inflict wounds coming up.
Yeah. I'll cast at level 2. Does a 15 hit?
15 does hit.
Okay. So I'm casting at level 2. It's 3d10 plus 10 plus another d10, not 10. So 2. I roll really bad on this.
What's your roll?
13 damage.
13 damage. Well, that's plenty. Because you basically like reach out with one finger. You appear in front of him. You touch him on the chest, and just like a huge gash just appears where you touch him, and he just falls over and dies. Falls
Great.
over dead.
As a bonus action,
Okay.
can I disguise self to look like him?
As long as
Wait, that's a stupid idea. No, I'm not going to do that.
you cannot cast 2 leveled spells in the same turn. So, as long as it's not, because don't you have it through something else? I don't remember.
Yeah, just free.
Okay.
So I'm not going to do that.
Lialana.
I'm going to emerge and hit this one with.
You appear and slash at him with your flame blade. It just like whistles in the wind of this dungeon.
15 hit.
A 15 does hit, yes.
All right. That's 4 plus 5 plus 2, so 11.
You kind of sear through his like leather cuirass that he has, and you can see his clothes underneath that have started to catch fire, and he's like trying to put it out. He's like freaking out and falls on the ground. Theran.
I'm going to. Guess I'll run up to the captain, and I guess I will use my short sword again. What a surprise at this point.
You're gonna run away first on the map. So running away from the stairs down the corridor, 5-10 feet. Theran, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 12.
12 does not hit.
Damn it. And then I will attempt to unarmed strike him. Ooh, that's better. 19.
19 does hit. All right.
That is a whole whopping 4 damage.
Nice. It's good damage right there.
Mhm.
Now it's the Bandit Captain's turn. Theran. 1 strike. That's a 22. That hits, I'm guessing. We'll roll damage for that one. That's 7 damage.
He
Oof.
needs to take a con save.
Oh, okay. You're right. He fails it, so he's going to take damage.
He will take 3 damage.
Okay. Well, his next attack against Theran. That's an 11. I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
Does not hit.
His final attack is a 9. So never
does not
mind.
hit.
Thought I was about to take Theran out. Radek.
So, can I even get past any of these people?
You can get past Aravyre. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just. You know what? I'm not even gonna move. I'm gonna stay right here and wait. Past
You're just
her.
going to pass. He's just standing at the
Yeah.
bottom of a set of stairs, like waiting for this to be over. Aravyre.
Yes, I'm in a position where I cannot do much. Can I like move over here? Is that
Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
I can? Why would I do that?
No, you can.
I can't.
I thought you meant here.
Well, would I be able to hit him with anything if I?
Yeah, you can hit him with your bow here.
Oh, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that, I guess.
A ranger.
he-
Yeah, I guess I'll shoot my bow at him.
Well, I kind of wanted to see if I could like at least hit with a short sword.
I swear to God, if you roll in that one and hit me, I'm gonna cry.
Imagine. Does a 13 hit?
No, a 13 does not hit.
Ah!
Drago,
Mm.
what will you do?
Essentially not in combat, so I'm just gonna explore this room.
Oh my god.
Wow, what a team player.
There's like 20 silver pieces on the table from whatever card game they were playing.
Take them.
Okay.
Y'all don't know this is happening, so act surprised.
Act surprised when what? You don't give them the 20 silver pieces you just took?
The 20 silver pieces they'll never know about.
Yeah. Lialana.
I'm gonna hit him again. It's 13 plus 4, 17.
That hits.
That do hit. 8 plus 4 plus 2. 14.
14. Theran.
I'm going to disengage
All right.
and run past Leah.
All right.
And
Goodbye.
I can run pretty far. I'm just gonna go around this corner. So I run past Leah down the hallway, around to the first room around by the first room that we were in.
Look at all these men letting the women fight.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm getting out of the way so fucking
Women can fight. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you for.
Well,
Nice.
haha, funny joke. I was gonna say, Radek can also get by because there were 2 people in front of him.
Oh, I see.
So now he can actually get involved if he wants to, but he may not want to. So.
Making it open for more bed to
The
fight.
Bandit Captain.
He's gonna make a con save.
He's gonna make a con save, and then he's gonna
Yep.
try and hit the person who just hit him. He rolled a nat 20 on the con save.
What
Okay,
the fuck?
well,
Then he's
never
gonna
mind.
try and hit
My
Lialana.
scores are sad now.
Lialana, he rolled a 19.
That doesn't hit me.
Are you sure?
No,
Okay, 5 damage.
that's fine.
20. Not a nat 20, but
Dirty 20.
dirty 20. He rolled 7 damage.
Nah. Look
And
what
then a nat
happened.
1. So he's gonna
Slip and fall.
yeah, he trips. So this guy makes 2 attacks with a scimitar and 1 with his dagger, so he slashes you twice with the scimitar, and then like he's trying to trick you, and he grabs his dagger with his offhand and goes to stab you with it, and just he he like overreaches when he goes back to grab it and kind of like stumbles down onto a knee, and he's prone. So melee attacks have advantage
He
until
hits
his
funny
turn.
bone.
Radek.
Alright. I'm going to try to do the same cantrip again. On that guy.
All right. You could run up and hit him.
Nope.
All right. Well,
Girl power.
Woo! Let's go. Lialana and Aravyre for the win.
What's he got?
oh, right. Sorry. He rolled an 8.
Yeah, he takes a D8. He takes 6 damage.
6 damage.
6 damage. Oh gosh. Oh no, roll 20.
Aravyre.
Yeah. Give me you said I think a short sword is a melee. Is that a melee weapon?
It is a melee weapon.
Because it goes
How-
steps.
Melee
How
is
much-
anything
how
that's not ranged.
How much advantage do I get on if I hit him?
You get to roll the d20 twice. That's as much. That's the
Oh.
whole advantage.
Cool. Alright, so that's 12. Alright, so does a 14 hit?
14. Let me check. Actually, no, it does not.
Yeah.
Drago, what will you do
Well-
in your room by yourself?
What else will you steal?
Are you looking for something else to steal?
Yes.
There's a chest over here. It has like very like one, it's kind of like some clothes and stuff, somebody's belongings. In it, there's like a very cheap like copper ring. It's probably worth a few copper pieces, maybe.
In my pocket now.
Okay.
That's my
Are you
turn.
keeping track of all this stuff, by the way? I hope you are.
Yeah, I'm adding it to my
Okay.
character sheet.
All right, cool. Lialana.
Okay. So I'm gonna hit him again. It's got advantage. They both fell. Oh god. I rolled a 5 and a 3.
No.
Well, neither of those hit.
Yep.
Wow.
Theran.
Anyways.
What can I do? Or what? It's like bad things about Monk is that I don't really have anything I can use to like heal myself. Because I'm pretty low, and also I have people in front of me, so I can't really do any ranged attacks. I guess I could just, in the event that for whatever reason they get past Leah, I'll take the dodge action. So that way I can, in the event that somebody does try and come after me, I can at least live a little bit longer.
Okay.
That'll
Bandit
be it.
Captain's turn. We'll go Lialana first. He rolled a 7. Aravyre.
Yeah.
He rolled a 24.
No.
5 damage.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did.
That really sucks for me.
Aravyre. He rolled a nat 1, so he's on his knee again.
Yay!
Radek.
Oh,
I'll
we
do
forgot
it
to do
again.
the con save. Oops.
Oh, I'll go ahead and do that. He rolled 14, I think.
I think that like just makes it.
He rolled a 15, actually.
Okay, then he's safe, I guess.
Okay.
I guess.
Will Radek do something?
Well, yeah, I said I was doing the same thing I did last time, so I
Oh.
gotta make the dex save.
Okay. He rolled a 12.
And then he takes 7 damage.
Woo, 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 woo. Okay, 7 damage. All right, Aravyre.
Yes. So do I still get
Yeah,
advantage?
you still have advantage on short sword.
So 2. Ooh, does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit.
Heck yeah. Alright, so that's gonna be a 1d6. 8 damage.
8 damage is just enough. You stab into him and he falls to the ground.
Yes!
Dead.
Women power! Feminism! I am a god.
So I like walk back over to y'all.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Theran.
Oh, thank you.
How kind.
What's up, Drago?
Yeah.
Drago.
So let's see how much you get.
Yeah, there's a guy in the room. I had to take him out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good job. I'm impressed.
Thanks. Yeah, despite my size, I'm pretty capable.
Yeah, I can see that.
You get 9 hit points.
Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's nice. Thank you.
Theran, you feel some of your cuts heal, close.
Goodbye.
Lialana, do you want some cure wounds?
I will take some Cure Wounds.
I would love to do some cure wounds for you. Alright, so 1d8. You get 4.
Did you add your spellcasting modifier to it?
No! That's... But I don't know how... I don't do... Well, how much is that? How do I know that?
Well,
It-
you should have your spellcasting modifier on your character sheet.
It should be whatever you used to spellcast with, and like that characteristics modifier.
Gotcha.
So I think yours was
It's a wisdom for a
Yeah.
ranger.
Oh, then I believe it is... If I go and do that real quick. That's gonna be a 3, so 7.
that is pretty nice.
Cool. I'm glad we did that together, guys. we make a good team.
That we
Yeah.
do.
Got a little rough there, but we did it. Not a problem.
Do y'all want
Yeah.
to look around and make sure there's no more bandits?
Oh, well, I believe that there's gonna be more, but I mean, we can look around, see if there's anything else we can get for ourselves while we're out doing our job.
Yeah. Yeah, we can check wherever.
Did you already... How is down here looking?
I was fighting the guy. I didn't really check it, but
Okay.
we can go look. Yeah.
Let's see.
Looks like a bunch of barrels and crates.
A couple knives on the counter here.
One might call this crate and barrel.
Nice.
God.
like what? Kitchen knives or?
I don't know. Right here.
Oh my
They're like
gosh.
daggers, essentially.
Daggers?
Everybody's-
Yeah.
What did the guy I kill have on him?
We forgot to loot the body.
They each had some like copper pieces and stuff.
Take the copper pieces.
Yeah, I'm not against taking from the dead.
Oh my god. You collect like 5 copper pieces and a silver piece from the captain.
Ooh.
Can I take the daggers on the table?
Sure. 2 daggers.
2 daggers. Nice.
I'm not interested.
I
Goodbye.
already have my good old dagger
Okay.
forged in the woods.
I will say I'm completely exhausted. I don't think I can cast any more spells today.
Oh yeah, I need to.
That's very unfortunate.
We all should just sleep right here.
I don't know if right here is the best
I
place.
don't know if I'd be comfortable sleeping.
Just rest for a
we could take watches, I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
We could. Like, I don't really actually sleep.
You guys could just take a short rest.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
y'all
should
wanna
all
just-
wait.
could.
Let's play some poker.
Yeah, let's
Oh
play
my
some poker.
Okay.
So I'm gonna walk into this big room.
Okay.
Oh god, this
As
was
you
huge.
reach kind of the middle of this room, Radek,
Yep.
you
Me and
definitely
Drago playing
notice
Yeah. We're gonna hear a scream in like 2 minutes.
there's a whole bunch
No.
of bandits
Oh.
sitting on this throne. Is quite an interesting looking man, to say the least. He's dressed in some armor, and he has a helmet sitting to the side of his to the side of the throne he's sitting on.
Hey, Theran. Want to join?
Wouldn't mind a nice little break. It's pretty hard work
We're
out here.
dealing out the cards.
We're seeing what the
funny.
guy had in his cup.
I haven't played a game of cards in a while.
Ah, welcome. Is it you that's been causing all this commotion?
Just him.
You've killed a few of
Was
my
me.
grunts, so I've heard.
I killed him with my sacred attack.
You're on some kind of holy crusade, then.
More of a pilgrimage.
What?
What?
Well, I see.
Who made your armor?
I'm not sure. It was taken from one of those bastards over in Pearlwater. One of those whore sons.
Is it decent armor, Pierce?
It is.
What's my read on
It's
it?
quite. It is. Give me a roll, master craftsman.
Am I gonna get advantage on this roll, or am I just gonna have to roll?
I'll say because you're a follower of the Forge God, you can
Yeah.
have advantage on this. What kind of a roll?
Insight, maybe?
Um,
Or investigation, maybe?
Perception.
Or if it's going to be based off of his religion, it could be a religion check.
it's not really. I mean, it is like he's more knowledgeable about it, but it's not actually religion. I'll say just perception.
Damn it! I was really liking the first guess.
You have advantage.
Yep. Perception. I don't have it checked off, so I don't add that in, right?
No, you do add that number. The check means that it'll add your
Proficiency. bonus.
proficiency bonus automatically, but
Oh, really?
yeah, it just
Okay,
means you're not
22.
proficient in it. Okay, 22. Yeah, it's a really nice set of armor. It's from a very distant region in the Hegelian Empire on the opposite side of the continent. And again, it's quite nice. It's the handiwork of one of the dwarven forge guilds out west. I was gonna say east. It's out west. One of the ones that your religion is connected to, fellow followers of the Forge God.
Wow, that's crazy. So where's that from?
It's from the western side of the continent. One of the you won't be able to place exactly which forge made it, but it's connected with followers of
Is it
What's his
is
name?
it chain or plate?
It's plate. Or it's chain. It's chainmail, I'll say.
No. Chain. Alright, that's nice. That's the western chain. My kin on the other side of the continent must have made that up.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't know much about it. I took it off of some wealthy bastard.
Hey man, has
No,
anyone
let me-
seen Radek?
Let me tell you something about it. Because my holy
He was over
pilgrimage
by the
is sent up
stairs.
to learn about, study, and eventually learn how to make armor quite like the one you're wearing, sir, whatever your name is.
My name's
Now
Elwyn.
That armor was made by dwarves, by my kin in... What's the name of the country?
Well, you wouldn't be able to pinpoint the exact region, but it's somewhere within the Empire of Hegalia.
Yeah, that's from the dwarves. It's of Hegelian make. Bit far ways off. Who'd you kill
Yes,
for
sir.
that?
One of the merchants must have traveled from there to Pearlwater. It attracts them. They're quite a bit like roaches.
Any chance I could study it?
I'll tell you what. You've caused me a lot of trouble. And so for that, I could kill you here and now. Or you could work with me. I'm sure you haven't seen it yet. You don't sound like you're from around here. The accent just doesn't fit. Those Horsons in Pearlwater have been hurting the people of this region. It's only started happening recently. Pearlwater has been around for eons, but that new governor, he doesn't allow anyone who might dirty up his city into the region. It used to be that anyone could go into Pearlwater and at least work an honest day's living, but work for an honest couple of coins. But nowadays they're shut out. They hoard all the wealth for themselves. They let us come in and watch their circuses, and then they kick us out. So if you help me take out this governor, then I'll let you study the armor. I might even let you have it.
One clarification question. So, you don't really know nothing about that armor you got on, huh?
No.
You don't have any forges or secret forge masters here?
No, not that I know of. Most of my men are those who have been impoverished by the new governor.
Have it. I'm gonna cast heat metal.
Is that a touch spell or is that?
No, it's I got.
It's got a
like
range
60
on
feet.
it.
Really? Shit.
Yeah,
60 or 30 feet. I don't
60
remember.
feet. Yep. So you're gonna cast heat metal on him,
I'm gonna cast it on his armor.
on his
that he's
armor.
wearing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, he can't drop it, so
He just burns.
Just
I
burns.
guess the Constitution check will be if he gets to take his turn. I guess.
Take his turn.
He rolled a 14.
Is that a meets it, beats it kind of thing?
It's a meet it.
Okay. He met it.
Well, roll initiative,
Oh,
and I need the rest of you to roll perception checks to see if you hear what's happening.
Pretty funny.
Why am I making so much money playing poker?
I thought we were playing Go Fish.
That's how I was making so much money.
I rolled an 8.
I rolled a 0.
18 plus
Oh,
7.
you have -1 onto perception, and you rolled a
25.
nat 1.
My eyes and my ears just go blank, and I don't perceive anything.
Holy shit.
Wait, do we all have to roll initiative?
I would
Because we're
say
not
no.
in the room.
Just roll it. Just
Roll
I
it
think
so you're on the
eventually
track.
we'll do
But
that.
yeah, but you
Alright.
won't. You guys essentially are getting turns skipped.
Are you sure?
Well,
That's fair.
What's
I,
up?
I rolled a
not
nat
have
20, of course.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make 10.
You know what?
My perception was a 14.
I did say I wanted to run this a little bit differently as far as time goes, so I feel like if anything, that is a good place to leave it off for next week.
Aw, damn.
Will we perceive
dun,
Radek
dun.
getting his ass kicked?
Yeah, will you guys hear Radek getting beaten down in the next room?
I mean, I got a
will.
25. I might choose to ignore it. Who knows?
Okay.
Fuck.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed this second episode of our new campaign. Here we are. Thank you all for listening, watching. If you're on Spotify or YouTube or anything else, please follow us, give us a like, a rating, whatever it is on whatever platform. Go ahead. We'd also like to invite you to join us Friday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, for this. We stream on twitch.tv/NotJustAnyRPG. You can also find us on Twitter at NotJustAnyPod, where we post about this show as well as our other literature podcast, if you're interested in that at all. I believe that is it. So we'll see you all next week as we watch Radek get his ass handed to him by a bunch of bandits. See you
Or
next
not,
week,
who knows?
guys. Bye.